Hey, what's up, everybody? Video 44 coming at you with another video. All right, so I said something yesterday and I realized that I never actually landed in regards to my point. I said that I thought the Lakers season had ended yesterday. I really have given that some more thought, and I realized that there's ways where that doesn't necessarily have to be the case. Of course, one would be Anthony Davis just turning all the way up, just like he did earlier in the season. If he turns all the way up, the team's different. You give him the ball and he starts scoring 50 and 60 points and it stays healthy for the rest of the season, all bets are off for everybody in the league. So that's your trump card in regards to what I'm saying, not necessarily being the case. But that's the only scenario I see where the season ain't over, y'all, is if he starts doing that and puts a certain level of confidence in his team that you're not going to find any other way. Because the schemes that we're running, of course, are consistently failing. And so um, I have no reason to believe that a trade of any kind is going to change the fact that we're in a very long, basically 50 plus game pattern of doing things a certain way. Um, when the pattern is lasted that long, it's like we got less games ahead of us than we have behind us. So odds of us changing things at this point, not very good. So as I see that being the case, and I see where our record is, and I see other teams like Dallas getting better, and who knows who's going to get better over the next day or so as the trade deadline very much approaches. Um, I just don't like where we are after losing a game like last night, where I saw very little competitiveness and very little scheming toward winning the game, and with us as a team being in the record situation we're in, and still conceding losses, which essentially what last night was. I just understand that this team and its franchise has already conceded that they're not going to be a champion. By the way that they approached yesterday's game, by the way that they've approached most of the games this season, they are not intending on seeing themselves put a banner up at the end of the season. I'm here to tell you that. I know that. I could tell by the pattern we're in, as I said. So they're gonna let it happen. I don't think we're gonna see a huge trade of any kind. As I said, I think they're planning on not bringing back any contracts. Now, this is where I messed up on the video. I said they're not trying to bring back any contracts that are expiring this upcoming season, and I said that bringing back Kyrie Irving was a deterrent to that. He is a free agent, but what I was also having in mind without verbalizing is they're not going to bring him back because they're not going to re-sign him. So therefore, we would be sending those stuff out for stuff that otherwise wouldn't be staying. So in my mind, him coming in was something that would be carrying forward if we were to bring him in. Automatic re-sign. That's what I left out of. So I should have told you guys that that was what was in my head. If we were to get Kyrie Irving, there's no way that we send that much out that we were supposed to send out of the trade without re-signing him. There's no way. So that's what I want to say. And so in my mind, that's like that signals to me that we're probably not looking to make any other trades as well, because there are not many other trades that are going to give us solely back a $36 million expiring contract. Most of the trades that we have coming with returns back to us have multi-year contracts attached to it, and I believe the Lakers are making a decision to not bring back any of those contracts unless they're attached to players that they absolutely love. And I don't think we have any leverage to get players that we absolutely love. That's the thing that I'm speculating at this point. I don't think we're going to probably make any trades. Or if we do make a trade, it's not going to be anything really massive. I can see them probably shedding Patrick Beverley's contract, though. I really can. That $19 million could probably get you something. He is a player they've been showcasing like crazy, so it stands to reason why they're trying to up his value. Make it, that's what I hope they've been doing in playing him so many damn minutes, is trying to make him fat and happy for someone to say, oh, Patrick Beverley can really help us win. That's what I hope they've been doing. But I honestly don't believe that. I think they just actually believe he was going to help them win. Because if they were really trying to showcase him to make him look fat and happy, they definitely wouldn't stick him on players like Brandon Ingram. But that's a whole nother story, man. So, in my mind, I just think that the Lakers are doing a whole lot of misguided stuff that's not based on them being a successful franchise. It's like people have already conceded that they're going to suck for the next several years, and they're acting like it before it's actually necessary to do so. and I just want them all to leave. Honestly, that's where I'm at with it as a fan. I don't like any of this. I don't respect the way things are being approached. Um, it's all backwards. It's all not smart, and it's just not what I like as a fan. It's, the only thing good about it is the fact that we have some really good players on the team. But if we can't showcase them to look their best, it just further makes it frustrating as a fan to watch. So I don't believe any team that has Anthony Davis and LeBron James on it should have the record that we have. I don't think that. Even if Anthony Davis has missed 20 games, your team shouldn't have this record. You've done a lot of things, and for someone who's paid close enough attention to the team, that's something I would have said if I didn't pay as much attention to the team as I do. But the fact that I've laid eyes on every single game that this has happened, I can honestly tell you these people, there's no way to describe what you're seeing without being disrespectful. There's no way. Because the result of what they've done has disrespected themselves by how inept it is and how high the cachet of the players on the team actually is. As I said, there's no team like with Anthony Davis and LeBron James on it that should ever have this record. So when you describe what you see, it's definitely going to be disrespectful to describe, because what they're doing does not reflect positively on them. And so that's what it is, man. It's just it's a lot of bad basketball, man. It's a lot of low IQ basketball. It's a lot of ego maniac stuff, and it's just, you just get frustrated when you see it. As I said, it gets disrespectful. I start saying cuss words that I would never say in this camera when I'm watching my team. I'll spare you. But that's how it goes, man. It's like if they don't learn that this is not what is acceptable to their fan base, they're going to lose their core. They're going to lose them. Because this is the type of stuff that makes you say, yo, I can't win. And I don't know how other fan bases are, but we're used to winning. So it's like, nah, you can't do this to us. You got it. And it can't be a fake winner. It can't be manufactured winner, because that equates to losing, because we know what a real winner is. So if you slap a bad team together or slap a good core together and give us a bad unit, it's still going to give us a bad result. We're going to be just as disappointed at this. There is no difference. There is no difference. Losing is losing. Whether you're telling us that you believe what you have in place is going to be successful, or you're telling us that you're trying to rebuild, if it looks like it's a loser, it's still going to result in a loser. Which is why I don't mind a rebuild, because I completely understand that. But when you can make a bunch of money losing this way, this is what it looks like. And that's why I'm like, no. And what I don't like about it is they want to keep that culture up as if that's good. That's a norm that isn't normal. That's a perversion of natural instinct. This is supposed to be competitiveness. And this is like taking competition and saying, no, we don't have to compete. Lay down and pay us as we proceed to tell you how laying down is so much better than competition. That's what this is. And so as I'm sitting here, I'm like, nah, kids. No, that's not what you want to do. That's not what you want to do. You want to guard against that. You want to guard against them. And then you want to play the game the way the people played before they came in here and started doing all this. That's what this is. That's exactly what this is. And so I'm just hopeful that we can see some type of miracle that extracts this nonsense from our game. That's what I'm hoping for. In name of all the players who played this game in a real competitive way, who actually appreciated competition like I do, I hope this era ends very soon. I really, really do, man. That's my wish for all of us. We deserve better. And as far as everything that has to do with my team going forward, make a trade, not make a trade. It's cool, man. At the end of the day, I already see what you're on. So it doesn't matter who comes into the uniform. If Anthony Davis doesn't jump back into that level that has him skyscraping and being an MVP. And if he doesn't sustain that throughout the duration of every single game we suit up, he ain't got a chance to win the championship. And I'm telling you, man, I skip past any other levels of success that would otherwise make people happy. But when you talk about second round, first round, third round, play-in tournament, none of that, all of that is a fail season. Like all of it. And that's what I want people to understand too. That's truly what the Lakers standard is about. Anytime we reach anything less than the championship, we didn't reach our goal. That's not mantra. That's reality. That's literally how it is each and every season. And sometimes it's like, okay, we have a young team. That's fine then, because we're gonna build them up to be their very best selves. And if they suck, we'll trade them and we'll get better. Like that's what it is. But we know what our aim is to be able to be good enough so that can once again be what we're on. Because we never actually are not on it. We just know we need to reset here and there. Sometimes you need to rebuild. And that means you have to start from scratch. So losing is going to come with that. But you're making people better. You're studying. You're making teams. You're putting together units that ultimately make sense. You're making sure that you can keep the cap balanced so that you'll have an opportunity to manage what you're able to. And you stay excellent in what you're aiming for. Not necessarily lowering the bar and standards and keeping people in place that want to keep the culture lower in standards because they can't meet it. No. We're the Lakers, which means we draw that excellence. So if excellence in place doesn't do the job, we say, job available, excellence only, and watch the best come to you. That's what the Lakers do. Did you not see who was all in attendance last night? BDR 44. I thank you all for watching. I'm out.